gasoline. Please give me some gas.
When credits roll at the end of a film, that's it. Movie's over. But this is where our story begins. Right there in bold letters, directed by Nick Camilleri, a first-time filmmaker from Hampstead, New Hampshire.
You do get emotional seeing your name on it at the end because in many ways you survived this thing.
10 long, grueling years chasing down a story few knew anything about and others wanted to keep buried. Nick turned a real-life crime drama and all its riveting twists into a 4-part documentary series picked up by HBO, The Lady and the Dale. It's a true story about transgender entrepreneur and con artist Liz Carmichael. She hoped to upend the automobile industry during the 1970s gas crisis with a fuel-efficient 3-wheeled car called the Dale.
I'm going to knock the hell out of Detroit.
She thought that she would be the next Henry Ford.
Nick first learned of Liz Carmichael back in 2011. He was flipping through TV channels when he landed on a rerun of Unsolved Mysteries.
Over 8 years after she jumped bail.
When I saw the story, I was immediately captivated by it. I thought Liz Carmichael was an incredible character. Incredibly inspiring, enthusiastic, industrious entrepreneur who is also a career criminal.
Very little was known about Carmichael's history. Nick was determined to dig it up.
I started to write down a list of about 100 questions that I had. And I just went, I'll just answer these and then I'll go away.
Well, he never went away. In fact, he went all in. With dreams of becoming a movie director, Nick found his protagonist and took a shot at filmmaking.
I knew that it didn't have to be great, it just had to be done. That was the most important thing because it was so incredible of a story that I knew anybody would watch it.
Aside from a few newspaper articles, Nick kept running into dead ends.
I had to piece it together from the scraps. So somebody would say, oh, I have this article I found at a yard sale about Elizabeth Carmichael. They would throw it on eBay and then I'd buy it. Or somebody would say, I found this in an attic and I would buy it.
Interviews were shot on broken equipment he borrowed. In this scene with a reporter, he couldn't see through the viewfinder, but the camera worked.
I would line it up with the other cameras, hopefully just so the person's in frame, and then I'd go get $30 construction lights from Home Depot.
Nick scrimped and saved, doing whatever it took. He moved home to Hampstead, living in his parents' basement, drove his beat-up car for Lyft by night, researched and filmed by day. Nick found inspiration from growing up in New Hampshire. During the summer, in between school years at Pinkerton Academy, and before he headed off to film school, he'd mingle with the eclectic crowd at Hampton Beach.
I think about the vintage arcades, was it Futurama that's there? There's all these different things that are very unique and they have a rustic feel to them. And I think that type of feel, kind of colors a lot of how I write.
Before he could write the Liz Carmichael story, he needed sources close to his mysterious subject. Carmichael died in 2004. Nick cast a wide net.
It was over 100 phone calls a day. I sent out 500 letters a week. I think I sent over 100 emails a day.
Just when he was about to give up, 6 years in, he caught a lucky break. An eBay auction popped up, an estate sale. The owner had scrapbooked Carmichael's entire criminal trial.
It had blueprints and diagrams, and I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is like the thing that's going to crack this whole thing open.
And it did. An incredible wealth of information, crucial contacts that would eventually lead Nick to 2 of Carmichael's 5 children.
There's so much to say about my father. How long you got?
7 years from when he started, Nick finally had the goods, ready to pitch Hollywood producers. Alan Bain and Andre Gaines received thousands of queries from wannabe directors every year. Nick blew them away.
Nick is the first and only unsolicited query that I've ever responded.
We clearly saw some talent there, and we also saw an amazing story.
Nick handed the producers 80 hours of interviews and footage he shot on his own.
I think there was a feeling that she was a sociopath.
Most of it had to be reworked for the studios.
If I had to call everybody back and be like, hey, do you remember me? We have to go shoot this again.
Nick, Alan, and Andre honed the documentary for another year before sharing it with Emmy-winning producers, the Duplass brothers. HBO bought it within weeks.
I don't think there's any feeling in the world that you can really put into words.
Doing this for 20-something years, it's one of the biggest success stories of my career in terms of from start to finish.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the biggest openings for all of us.
Publicity reached a fever pitch. Billboards in Hollywood, newspaper and magazine write-ups across the country. The LA Times full-page story particularly touched Nick.
It really did matter to me. I was like crying that entire day when I saw that article because it showed how much, one person can make a difference.
The 34-year-old claims no more documentaries for him. One and done.
I'm retired from documentaries. Officially, I'm done. This is the only one I ever wanted to make in my entire life.
While he now plans to focus on writing and directing, producers Alan Bain and Andre Gain say, don't bet on it.
It's like, who retires all the time? Joaquin Phoenix and the other big actor. They retire all the time and then they somehow come back into your life. Yeah. I think the bug will get back into Nick and he'll do other documentaries.